Have you ever felt like your life is a constant battle against the opinions of others? A recent study showed that over 60% of people base their self-worth on external validation. But what if I told you there's a better way? What if you could build unwavering self-esteem, regardless of what others think? By the end of this video, you'll know how to take control, how to set boundaries, communicate your needs, and respond to disrespect with composure. We'll break down a practical example you can use immediately. Are you ready to discover the power within? Here's the script. Are you ready to unlock your potential? Too often, we get stuck, feeling like we're not progressing. But what if I told you that the key to self-improvement lies within your grasp? Stoicism offers a roadmap. It's not about suppressing emotions, but understanding them, and using that understanding to build your skills and take control. First, identify your goals. What skills do you want to develop? What areas of your life need attention? Be specific. Writing down your goals gives you a starting point. Next, accept what you can't control. External factors, other people's actions, the weather, these are outside your influence. Wasting energy on them is a losing battle. Now focus on what you can control. Your reactions, your effort, your choices. This is the core of self-improvement. Break down your goals into small, manageable steps. Don't try to overhaul your life overnight. Instead, make incremental changes. This makes the process less daunting and builds momentum. Consider this. You want to improve your public speaking. You can't control how nervous you feel, but you can control how much you practice. So start small. Record yourself speaking for a minute, then watch it back. Identify areas for improvement. Repeat the process. With each repetition, you'll build confidence. Embrace challenges as opportunities. See setbacks not as failures, but as chances to learn. Reflect on what went wrong, adjust your approach, and keep moving forward. Be consistent. Self-improvement is not a sprint, it's a marathon. Dedicate time each day or week to working on your skills. Even small, consistent efforts yield results. Seek feedback. Ask trusted friends or mentors for their honest opinions. Constructive criticism is a valuable tool for growth. Don't be afraid to hear what they have to say, even if it stings. Practice self-compassion. Be kind to yourself. Everyone makes mistakes. Don't let self-criticism derail your progress. Acknowledge your efforts and celebrate your achievements, no matter how small. Now, the question is, what one skill will you focus on improving today? Are you ready to build unshakable self-esteem? It's not about affirmations, it's about action. What if I told you that your self-worth is directly tied to what you consistently do? Think about that. We all face challenges. We all stumble, but the Stoics teach us that our reaction defines us. Consider the dichotomy of control. You can't control external events, but you can control your response. This is your arena. This is where you cultivate self-esteem. Start small. Identify one area where you want to improve. Let's say you want to be more disciplined with your finances. Instead of vague goals, set a specific, actionable step. Track every expense for 1 week. That's it. Then do it. Consistently. Each time you track an expense, you're not just gathering data, you're building self-discipline. You are proving to yourself that you can do what you set out to do. Every action, no matter how small, strengthens your resolve. This is crucial. Celebrate the small victories. Did you track your expenses for a day? Acknowledge it. This isn't about ego, it's about recognizing your effort. This recognition fuels further action. Next, examine any obstacles. Did you skip a day? Why? Were you tired, distracted? Did you fail to set a reminder? Learn from it, adjust your strategy. Don't berate yourself. See it as information. The Stoics understood that setbacks are inevitable. It is how we respond to them that matters. Resilience comes from facing adversity and choosing to act anyway. Now, let's increase the stakes. Set a more significant goal. Perhaps you commit to saving a specific amount each month. The key is to break it down into manageable steps. Each small action builds. It forms a habit, a new behavior. These are the building blocks of authentic self-esteem. What about those times you feel you failed? Let's say you overspent. Don't dwell on it. Acknowledge the mistake, learn from it, and recommit to your plan. Stoicism reminds us that we control our judgments. Focus on what you can control. Your next action. Take a moment. Think about a time you took a difficult step and succeeded. How did that feel? What was different about how you perceived yourself afterward? Your consistent actions create a narrative, a story of a person who takes action, a person who perseveres, a person you can trust. This is how you build lasting self-esteem. How can you apply this principle to a specific area of your life today? Are you tired of feeling drained, resentful, or unheard? You're not alone. Many of us struggle to set and maintain healthy boundaries. But what if I told you that mastering this skill could dramatically improve your well-being, your relationships, and your overall peace of mind? Stoicism offers powerful tools for this. It begins with understanding that you are in control of your reactions, not the actions of others. External events, including others' behavior, are outside your direct control. You do, however, have complete control over your internal response. How do you start putting this into practice? By clearly defining your needs and limitations. Ask yourself, what are my non-negotiables? What behaviors, situations, or requests consistently leave me feeling depleted or uncomfortable? Once you've identified these areas, the next step is to communicate them confidently and assertively. This doesn't mean being aggressive. It means being direct and respectful. Let's look at an example. Imagine a coworker consistently dumps their tasks on you, leaving you with a heavy workload. You could react passively, seething with resentment, or you could respond assertively. Here's how. I understand you're busy, but I'm also swamped with my own responsibilities. From now on, I will only be able to assist you in this specific way. If you require additional help, please seek it elsewhere. Notice the clarity, the focus on your needs. This approach protects your energy and resources. Practice this technique, and you'll be surprised by how well it works. It might feel awkward at first, but consistency is key. Next, prepare yourself for the reactions of others. Some people might be surprised, even push back. Remember, their reaction is not your responsibility. Your responsibility is to remain calm, centered, and consistent with your boundaries. This brings us to a crucial Stoic principle, the dichotomy of control. Focus your energy only on what you can control, your thoughts, your actions, and your responses. Don't waste your emotional energy on what you can't. Remember that setting boundaries is not selfish. It is self-care. It's an act of self-respect that enables you to show up as your best self. So, here's your challenge for the week. Identify one area in your life where you need to establish a clearer boundary. Then, practice communicating that boundary assertively. Observe the results. How will you apply this Stoic principle to set one boundary in your life today? Here's how we can move beyond the need for external validation. Consider this. How much of your energy is spent seeking approval? Do you find yourself constantly checking social media, craving likes and comments? This external validation, it's a trap. It's a fleeting high, a temporary fix that leaves you craving more. Stoicism offers a powerful alternative. We focus on what we can control, our thoughts, our actions, our judgments, opinions of others. They are outside our control. Their praise, their criticism, it's all external and it shouldn't dictate our worth. Think about it. You strive for a promotion, you pour your heart into a project, and you get a lukewarm response. Do you let that one dissenting voice derail your progress? Do you allow that lack of immediate validation to diminish your effort? We must learn to detach from these external outcomes. Here's the secret to breaking free. First, practice self-awareness. Become conscious of when you're seeking validation. Notice the craving, the impulse to check for approval. Next, challenge those thoughts. Are the opinions of others truly relevant to your goals? Are they based on facts or just subjective feelings? Ask yourself, is this opinion truly serving me? Then refocus your energy. Invest in your internal world. Cultivate virtues like wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance. Strive to be the best version of yourself. regardless of what others think. Let me give you a concrete example. Imagine you're a writer who publishes a piece and receives harsh criticism. Instead of spiraling into self-doubt, you can choose a stoic response. You acknowledge their opinion but don't let it define your work. You ask, is there any truth in their words that I can use to improve my craft? You analyze the feedback dispassionately, extract valuable insights, and then move forward with your writing. This takes practice. The key is to build a strong internal foundation so that the external world can't shake you. Remember, your worth is not determined by the whims of others. It's determined by your character, your effort, and your commitment to living a virtuous life. So today, what specific area of your life can you actively detach from the need for external approval? How can you shift your focus to cultivating inner resilience and self-respect? So here we are at the end of our journey. Remember what we learned from our first chapter. The core idea: we control our response, not the world. It's a game changer, right? But here's the question: are you truly living it? Are you applying stoicism right now? Think about your biggest challenge today, the thing that's stealing your peace. Is it traffic, a difficult person, a mountain of work? None of that has to control you. You always have a choice. Here's how to act. 3 steps, ready? First, identify the trigger. What's causing that stress, that anger, that fear? Second, examine your judgment. Is your reaction rational, or are you letting emotions cloud your thinking? Finally, choose your response. Take a deep breath. Reframe the situation. Focus on what you can control: your actions, your attitude. Think of Marcus Aurelius, Emperor of Rome, dealing with constant war, political intrigue, and illness. He didn't crumble. He wrote Meditations, a guide for himself and for us. He chose wisdom even in chaos. Now try this. Think of one person you're struggling with. Decide today that you'll respond to them with patience, with understanding. See what happens. Share in the comments. What are you committing to control? What will you choose to do differently? Don't just watch this video. Live it. Stoicism isn't a philosophy for the armchair. It's a practice. It's about action, about choosing virtue in every moment. We covered a lot of ground, from understanding what's in our power to accepting what isn't. We explored the present moment, the importance of perspective, and the need for inner resilience. But knowledge is nothing without application. So let's make a commitment right now. What will you choose to control today? What small step can you take to live a more virtuous life? Subscribe for more content. Comment below with your commitment. Tag someone who needs to hear this. Now go forth and be a stoic.